Welcome back to another edition of the FSM Prep Rally. I'm Joe Rigo. With me is Big Ant, and we are at the game of the week, number 2 Arbor View against number 3 Coronado at Coronado. The score, it was indicative of the type of game it was, 28-21. Coronado loses to Arbor View on a last-second touchdown by Damani Warren. Ant, what did you think about this game?
Man, you would say, I thought it would be a 45-50 game, Joe. I mean, I don't know, do you call that defensive battle or what would you call that?
You know, but
just an even play game?
I think both teams were evenly matched, and what I found interesting was it was 21-14 with under 2 minutes to go. Yeah. Arbor View came back and scored a touchdown to tie it up, and then there was a turnover.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, Arbor View goes down.
Punt return.
Oh, it was the punt return too. Yeah, and then Thatcher hits Damani Warren, and he takes it to the crib. And it was just one of those games where it was just good football.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time situations, Joe.
You was watching the U today, weren't you?
That's what that was right there. That is at quarterback, Damani at wide receiver. Boom, house call.
Man, what I like the best about this game too is there wasn't a lot. There was penalties, but none of them were personal fouls. This was a legit game where the teams were really getting after it, hard-hitting defensive games. This is also one of those games where I think down the road, if these two teams play each other, this is going to be one of those games where it's going to be a coin flip one more game.
Yeah, what I'm liking right now about around the city, I've been in this city 28 years. This is probably the highest level of talent we have overall in the whole city. We got 3 legit teams after, the big dog that's really good in the city. And right now this is fun, and we got 2 weeks of great ball by Coronado, win, lose, or draw. I can't wait for the rematch.
This is going to be great. But I'll tell you what we want to do is take you around the valley so you get the scores, and we'll come on back with our FSM Prep Rally Player of the Game. Welcome back to the FSM Prep Rally. I'm Joe Arrigo. That's Big Ant. You've seen the scoreboard, and here's our player of the game, Damani Warren, wide receiver from Arbor View. All right, man, I want to know, take me through the touchdown reception because it's late in the game, catch and run, that's some yak right there.
You know what I'm saying? All right, so boom, coach seeing what we got to adjust to on the field and seeing what was the openings for us. So he called what our play was, so we scored on. He seen that it was open, they could help us get in the end zone, so he called it. Daddy's found me in open field. I feel like when I'm in open field, nobody catching me. So yeah, caught the pass, scored a touchdown.
So I told Joe, big time players make the big time plays in moments like that. How important is the connection with you and your quarterback?
It's very important. I've been playing with Daddy since I was young, so we have a connection. We've had a connection, and yeah, it's just getting better, and we've been doing big things.
This was a game that we couldn't tell. I mean, most people couldn't tell if it was a defensive struggle or just two teams that were just evenly matched. What do you think it was?
It was definitely us. I feel like nobody can beat us. So it was like we was beating ourselves for real. So yeah, it just feel like nobody can match up with us. So we was definitely beating ourselves, and we had halftime adjustments, and I feel like we capitalized on it, and we played Aggie football, and we got the dub.
How's it feel, man? What, 4-0, 5-0 now?
Yeah, we 5-0, yes sir.
Okay, how's it feel in the season?
It's feeling great, you know what I'm saying? Season been going great. It's a big upgrade from last year, so yeah.
I was going to ask you about last year, like playing in this offense with Coach Barnett and the air raid. How does that feel for you as being a receiver?
It feels great. It feels like I'm involved a lot. Yeah, and it's just like, it's a lot of openings for me and a lot of openings from other receivers. So yeah, I feel like it's a great addition to Arbor View, and I feel like he was a great addition. So yeah, I feel like, yeah, it was good.
Who do you compare your game to? Don't get crazy. We might be a little old. I'm going to say Julius Jones, somewhere like that, but, you're a younger guy.
Really not sure. I like a lot of receivers, though.
Anybody you steal something from in the league? Justin Jefferson?
Who do you look at as far as receiver that you want to model your game after?
Jeremiah Smith.
Okay.
I like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
I like that.
I feel like he just came to college and he doing big things. So
yeah.
I try to model my game after him.
Okay.
All right, man, as player of the game, you got a little extra tonight. First of all, you get a charging stick for your phone and everything else.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Some eye blacks that you can wear when we see you in a couple of weeks and you play Gorman. And then, of course, Ant got the last one.
Yeah, the T-shirt. Franchise Sports Media.
Yes, sir.
Can I get the charging pack?
Come on, man.
Let's see what this man did on the field. Here's the highlights of this week's game.
Franchise.
I wake up to the sounds of the silence that allows for my mind to run around with my ear up to the ground. I'm searching to behold the stories that I told when my back is to the world that was smiling when I turned. Tell you you're the greatest, but once you turn they hate us. Oh, the misery. Everybody wants to be my enemy. Spare the sympathy. Everybody wants to be my enemy. Look out for yourself. My enemy. Look out for yourself. But I'm ready. Your words up on the wall as you're praying for my phone and the laughter.
Welcome back to the FSM Prep Rally. You've seen the highlights of this man's team, Coach Marlon Barnett. Arbor View comes back 28-21 to remain the number 2 team in the city in our rankings. Hey, man, I got to ask you. We were talking about it before air. Was this a defensive matchup, or the two teams were great, or the two teams that were evenly matched?
I think two great teams that were evenly matched, to be honest. You know, and they did some things differently that they hadn't shown, you know, earlier in the season. And so we were kind of just knowing, hey, you know what, we got to prepare for them changing, because last week versus Liberty, they did some things that Liberty was not prepared for. So going into this game, told my offensive staff, like, look, you know, they may change some things, but that's, you know, we see that every week. You know, teams change what they do when they face us offensively or defensively. So we were kind of just prepared for it.
You know what I loved this today was like your quarterback. I seen him take some shots, seen him limping, seen him in pain, but he kept going.
Yeah.
What do you say about that? Is toughness.
I mean, you know, if you know his story, like the pain out here is nothing.
Yeah.
You know, for a kid to fight through adversity like that at a young age.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, this here is just, it's a, you know, cakewalk for him.
Yeah. Okay.
When I look at your team, you guys, we seen you a couple weeks ago against Legacy, and it was just air raid. You didn't really have to run the ball. It was just a dog walk, to be honest. Tonight's game was a lot different. When you went into that locker room and it was a 14-14 at the half, what did you say to your guys to get them to come out and then to be down by 7 with under 2 minutes and be able to score 14 points in that time span? What does that say, one, about the adjustments you made it happen, two, your team's belief in you?
Yeah, so every Thursday we do what we call Play Fast Thursday. And we go through every single scenario within a 45-minute practice. Everything from, you know, we put time on the board and say, okay, we got 35 seconds left, one timeout, we're backed up on the 10-yard line, we got to drive 90 yards. So we try to put them into uncomfortable situations to make them comfortable, so that way when it happens, it's not a shock to them. At halftime, I told them, look, we're going to score 2 more times, you know, and we're going to rely on our defense. And once that happens, you know, we just got to do what we do, execute, you know, and believe in what we and who we are and our identity.
You know what I liked tonight was we seen the talent in the city. We're going up.
Yeah,
You've been around Vegas a long time. We're at one of the best levels I've seen in Vegas with talent-wise.
I agree.
What do you say about like the Coronados, even the Liberties, and what do you say about talent in the city in Vegas right now?
I mean,
you loaded. You loaded.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we are.
You got a couple
Coronado
guys.
is loaded. You know, Liberty is loaded. Gorman is loaded. I mean, I coming from California, I think we can compete with any Cali team. We can compete with any Georgia team, any Texas team.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, and also what I love is the coaching is becoming better.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Vegas. You know,
The confidence.
The confidence. Yeah, absolutely. So, I love to see it, man. I love to see the local kids just get offers, get to school, get a free education, man. I love it.
Yeah.
What does it say about your program and the way your program is trending? Because at the end of the day, the only team that right now that's ahead of you is Gorman.
Yep.
What does that say about your program?
I mean, hats off to my dudes, man, and my staff, you know. Those, I mean, my staff, they come to work every day, bust their butt. We prepare. You know, I'll tell our kids, look, we're going to prepare like we're playing, you know, any team. It doesn't matter what the team is, low team, high team, and we're going to do what we do. You know, as long as we believe in our identity and who we are, everything else is going to work itself out.
I know right now you're the Vegas greatest show on turf.
I don't know.
Can we get more running plays? The running game was looking kind of good out there
like
at time, Coach.
I can hear Sam telling you that too.
Oh, absolutely. Hey, Marlon, we got to run the ball. Absolutely, man. Hey, you know what? And you know, I that's my dude, man. That's my brother. I trust him. I do. Sometimes, you know, he'll tell me, follow your gut. Follow your gut. And being a receiver, I'm going to follow my gut. I'm fast.
Man, last question for me. Next week, you guys got DP.
Yep.
And that's a game that traditionally it's a rivalry. It's high emotions. What do you think? How do you get your guys prepared for that game? You know, in 6 days or really 8 days since it's a Saturday game.
Yep. So again, we try to just really believe it's us versus us. We try not to make any game bigger than the next. Within our preparation, within our mental state. I think a lot of times high school kids, they kind of take the mental part out of it, and it truly is 90% of the game. So if we can continue to believe and continue to talk, hey, you know what, it's us versus us. Let's not make any game bigger than the next, and let's prepare. Let's work hard at practice, and everything else is going to work itself out.
Yeah, Coach, I just wish you nothing but the best for the rest of the season and keep peaking.
Appreciate it.
You know, that ain't the best Arbor View we ever seen. Believe me, y'all got a lot to go to.
Yeah.
Keep going.
A lot of football to go.
Yeah, keep making high school great in Vegas right now.
Appreciate it.
On the northwest side.
Yeah.
That's it this week for the FSM Prep Rally. That's Coach Marlon Barnett. His Arbor View Aggies come from behind to defeat the Coronado Cougars 28-21. We'll see you next week.